Hello students, a very good afternoon to all the students. So students, yesterday we have gone through the topic hot and cold, and we also understood about one activity. So students, I have given you to perform the activity as your homework. So try to complete it within Saturday or Sunday, okay? So now we are moving on to the today's topic, that is thermometer. So students, the temperature of an object or a body is measured by a device called thermometer. So students, I hope all of you have seen a thermometer. It is the device which is used to measure the temperature of an object or a body. So thermo is a Latin word that means heat. So students, thermo is a Latin word that means heat. A thermometer works on the principle of expansion of liquid on heating. So students, a thermometer works on the principle that is on the expansion of liquid on heating. So students, expansion means the act of becoming large. So students, on heating, the liquid that is present inside the thermometer will expand. Alright. So a thermometer has two standard points on it called the fixed point of temperature, which always remain the same. So students, for example, this is a thermometer. It will have two fixed points, this one and this one. So these two are the fixed point, and these two always remain the same. The lower fixed point is the temperature at which the ice melts at the sea level. This lower fixed point is the temperature at which the ice will melt at the sea level, and the upper fixed point is the temperature at which pure water boils at the sea level. Okay students, so the three scales used for measurement of the temperature are Celsius scale, Fahrenheit scale and the Kelvin scale. These are the three scales that are used for the measurement of temperature. So students, Celsius scale is named after the Swedish scientist Andreas Celsius. So it was named after the Swedish scientist, and his name was Andreas Celsius. In Celsius scale or centigrade scale, Celsius scale is also known as centigrade scale, okay? So in Celsius scale, the lower fixed point is 0 degrees Celsius. For example, this is a Celsius scale. The lower fixed point will be 0 degrees Celsius, and the upper fixed point is 100 degrees Celsius. Okay students, and the interval between the two fixed points is divided into 100 divisions. The interval will be divided into 100 divisions. Okay students, so India has adopted the Celsius scale for measuring the temperature. So students, in India we have adopted the Celsius scale, okay, for measuring the temperature. Before the adoption of this scale, the Fahrenheit scale was used. So before, the Fahrenheit scale was used, but now we use Celsius scale, okay. So students, Fahrenheit scale is named after Daniel Gabriel Fahrenheit, the name of the scientist, okay. In Fahrenheit scale, what happened? The upper fixed point is, suppose this is a Fahrenheit scale, and just for example, okay, so here the upper fixed point will be 212 degree Fahrenheit, and the lower fixed point will be 32 degree Fahrenheit. Alright, and the fixed point is divided into 180 division. So they are divided into 180 division. So students, in Celsius scale, the lower fixed point was 0 degrees Celsius, and the upper fixed point was 100 degrees Celsius, and the interval was 100 division. Alright, but in Fahrenheit, the lower is 32 degree Fahrenheit and the upper is 212 Fahrenheit, and the division is 180 degree. Okay, so you will learn about the Kelvin scale in the higher classes. So students, you will learn about Kelvin scale in the higher classes, okay. So students, now we are going to understand about the relationship between Celsius and Fahrenheit scale. So a relationship that is used to convert temperature in Celsius scale to Fahrenheit scale or vice versa is, so students, here we are going to understand the relationship to convert temperature in Celsius scale to Fahrenheit scale or from Fahrenheit to Celsius scale. Okay. So the formula is C by 100 equal to F minus 32 by 180 or C by 5 equal to F minus 32 by 9. So this can also be written as this. As 100 has been divided by 2 on 180 has been divided by 2. Both sides divided by 2, we will get C by 5 equal to F minus 32 by 9. So students, here C is the temperature in Celsius scale and F is the temperature in Fahrenheit scale. Alright. So now we are going to understand it with the help of an example. The normal body temperature of a boy is 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. So students, a normal body temperature of a boy has been given, which is 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. Now we need to calculate the temperature in Celsius scale. So in Fahrenheit they have been given and now we need to calculate it in a Celsius scale. So now solution, we know that C by 5 equal to F minus 32 by 9. So students, we know this formula and we also know F, which is given in the question, 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. Now putting the value of F in the above expression we get, if we put the value of F over here, we will definitely get the value of C. Alright. So C by 5 equal to 98.6 minus 32 by 9. So if we minus this from this one, we will get 66.6. So students, you just need to minus it like this, okay? 32, you will get 6.66. Alright. So you will get this one. After that, just you need to do the simple calculation. You need to just take this 5 over here and it will become multiplication. And if we solve this, we will get 37 degree Celsius. Okay. So thus the temperature in Celsius scale is 37 degree Celsius. Alright students. So now we are going to understand about the different type of thermometers. So there are two type of thermometer, that is laboratory thermometer and a clinical thermometer. There are basically two type of thermometer. So the first one is laboratory thermometer. A laboratory thermometer is used in laboratories for measuring temperature while performing experiments. So it is used in the lab for performing different experiment. Okay. So it consists of a very fine capillary tube protected by a thick glass tube called the stem of the thermometer. So I want to show you the stem, that is this one. Okay, this one is the stem and this one is a capillary tube. So this one is a capillary tube. So students, the lower end of the capillary tube is converted into a glass bulb filled with mercury and the upper end of this tube is sealed. So students, so this is the lower end and it's a glass bulb containing mercury. That means it contains mercury. And this is the upper end and this upper end is sealed. Okay. The stem is marked in degree Celsius or degree Fahrenheit. So students, this is a stem and it is marked in degree Celsius or degree Fahrenheit. The commonly used laboratory thermometers have a range from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. So students, this one is a lower end and it is marked up to minus 10 degrees Celsius and it is the upper fixed point and this is marked up to 110 degrees Celsius. Okay. So the lower fixed point is minus 10 degrees Celsius. So students, we have already understood about this. The lower fixed point is minus 10 degrees Celsius. Alright. So when the thermometer is in contact with the hot object, the mercury in the capillary tube expands and rises up. So students, we have already understood about the thermometer that it works on the principle of heating. That means whenever the thermometer come in contact with a hot object, the mercury that is present in the capillary tube, it will expand, and then what happen? It will rise up. Okay. So when the thermometer is in contact with cold object, the mercury in the capillary tube contracts and fall down. Similarly, whenever they come in contact, that means whenever the thermometer come in contact with the cold object, the mercury that is present in the capillary tube, it will contract and then it will fall down. It is because of the heat that causes expansion or contraction. So students, this is because of the heat. Okay. So we will discuss about it later in this chapter. So students, we will discuss about this further in our upcoming classes. Alright. So students, Gabriel Fahrenheit invented the first mercury thermometer in the year 1714. Okay, you need to remember this. Alright students. So now we are going to understand about the second type of thermometer, that is clinical thermometer. So students, the laboratory thermometer cannot be used to measure the human body temperature. So students, we have already understood about laboratory thermometer, and that thermometer cannot be used to measure the human body temperature. Alright. So as soon as you take out the bulb of the laboratory thermometer out of your mouth, the level of the mercury starts falling due to its contact with the air. So why we cannot use the laboratory thermometer in our human body? Because as soon as we take out the bulb of the laboratory thermometer out of our mouth, the level of the mercury start falling down due to its contact with the air. Thus, it can give a wrong reading. So as it can give a wrong reading, so this kind of laboratory thermometer are not used in measuring the human body temperature. Okay. To measure the body temperature, you need a thermometer in which the mercury level does not fall even when the thermometer is taken out from your mouth. So students, in order to measure the body temperature, we need a thermometer in which the mercury level doesn't fall off even when it is taken out from our mouth. Thus, a clinical thermometer is used to measure the temperature of the human body. So this is a clinical thermometer and it is used to measure the temperature of the human body. It cannot be used to measure the temperature of any object other than the human body. That means the clinical thermometer is used only to measure the temperature of a human body. So the construction of a clinical thermometer is the same as that of the laboratory thermometer. So the process of construction is the same. Okay. The only difference is that there is a slight bend in the stem just above the bulb. This bend prevents the movement of mercury back into the bulb when the thermometer is taken out of the person's mouth. Okay students. So the only difference between two, that is the laboratory and the clinical thermometer, is that there is a slight bend in the stem just above the bulb. Okay. And this bend prevents the movement of mercury back into the bulb when the thermometer is taken out of the person's mouth. The clinical thermometer has a range from 35 degrees Celsius, that is in the lower fixed point, to 42 degrees Celsius in the upper fixed point. So this is a lower fixed point, that is 35 degrees Celsius, and this is a upper fixed point which is 42 degrees Celsius. Because temperature of a human body never goes beyond this limit. So students, the temperature of human body doesn't go beyond this limit. So students, the normal temperature of a human body is 37 degrees Celsius or 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, so you need to remember this. Okay, this one is very important. So students, today we are going to stop over here, and I hope it's clear to you. If you have any kind of doubt, feel free to ask. Okay, thank you and have a good day.